All right, so we are back in action. AJ Slambino here, and today we're making macaroni meatballs with a homemade sauce. What we got here is our ingredients for our meatballs. We've got our Parmesan Romano cheese, we got eggs, we got breadcrumb, we got some heavy whipping cream, we got our beef. That's for the meatballs. For the sauce, we've got our can of Cento whole peeled tomatoes, some garlic powder, Italian seasoning, sugar, canola oil, a little garlic, onion. Now what I'll do is I will get the sauce going first. We'll let that go for a little bit. Then we'll form the meatballs, put them in the oven to bake them, and then we'll throw the pasta on somewhere in between there just to let the water boil. All right, so what we're gonna do first is you put a little bit of the canola oil, cover the bottom of the pan there a little bit, like that. And then we're going to cut up our garlic and onion, put in there. So always crush the garlic first, like that. Gotta get that little peel off there. It didn't work out so good. Like that. Put a little bit more into it. So get that off of it. Thought that would be easier. Guess not. This is my first time doing a little commentary on here instead of putting some music behind it, because that's what people ask for. So you get it. So just dice up the garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so huge fan of garlic. And this is my secret sauce recipe I'm giving out here, so make sure you take notes on it. Get that piece going. Let's get this one going. And I already lost that piece there. What I did was I turned the oven on 375 for the meatballs. We're gonna bake them first, and then we'll put them in the sauce. So I've got the oven preheated. I've already filled the the pot up with water for the pasta that we'll get going here in a little bit. I have not turned it on yet, just because you don't want it to boil and be sitting there like that. So here we are now, just getting this going here. A little garlic. Like I said, I love garlic, and I'll also put garlic powder in this, so it won't just be fresh garlic. It'll be garlic powder as well. All right. And yes, I washed my hands. All right, then we're gonna come over here and we are going to dump it in there. Now I haven't turned it on yet, obviously, until we get the onion in there as well. Now we got our onion. You know, I usually use a white or yellow onion, but the stores have been out of them, so here we are. This is all I got. Put that up there. Cut that a little bit. Now you probably don't. We'll go about half to a quarter. Don't need too much in there. Just take that first layer off. I just cut it long ways first. And now, you know, I'm not a chef, so I'm probably doing this totally wrong, but whatever. Tastes good in the end. And then dice them up a little bit smaller there. And once you got it all cut up, cut a little more. Throw that in there with the garlic and the oil. Drop them. Throw that in there. Usually stir it around a little bit. Pick some of it up there. Stir it around a little bit. And then what you do is you're gonna turn it on. I'll go full high there, and see if we can get that little onion out so we don't cause a smell in here. Throw that piece out. So next, what I'm gonna show you how to do is to get our whole peeled tomatoes here. While this is getting all fermented up in there, we're gonna take our whole peeled tomatoes and we are going to put it in the blender. We're gonna blend them up, puree them, and then we'll pour it in. All right, so what we're gonna do is just pour them in there. Ooh, splashes up everywhere, all over the counter. Nice. Get that in there and just puree it. All right, so see, it's getting a nice little. You hear that? It's a beautiful sound. Kind of mix it around a little bit. You don't want the garlic and the onion to burn, especially the garlic. It will not give it a good taste in your sauce. So you want to let this go for a little bit here. And starts to get a little golden. We'll pour the sauce into here, and the start of our sauce. All right, so got the onion, garlic, nice and sauteed up over there. So what we'll do now is I'm gonna lower it a little bit, about medium, and we are going to pour our pureed tomato sauce inside. You may want to step back a little bit, sometimes it splashes up on you. And get that in there. Give it a good stir. Get all that flavor, the garlic and the onion in there. Get it all around. The oils, get that all going. What we're going to do now is, before we cover it and let it simmer, we are going to put a little bit of garlic powder in there. More garlic, of course. Just use regular garlic powder, and you know, it just depends how much you like. I don't measure anything, but I like a lot of garlic, like I said. I just don't measure anything. And then we're going to go Italian seasoning as well. It has rosemary, thyme, savory, sage, oregano, basil. I'm jacking it all up, don't even know what I'm saying. Put a little bit in there as well. It's about good right there. Give it another good stir up. Real quick. Get it all around. Don't let it sit on the top. I like to get it all around in there. And then what I'll do now is I will put a little bit of salt in there. Not too much, just a little bit. Get down, give it another stir. Get it all blended together. Oh, it smells good already. I'm gonna put it on about 7 or 8. We're gonna cover it. We're gonna let that sit like that for about 10 minutes or so. We'll keep giving it a stir. We'll let it sit there, maybe 15 minutes. We're gonna go make the meatballs right now, but we'll keep coming back and check the sauce, and then we'll add some more stuff in there. We'll give it a taste test and we'll go from there. Next up, meatballs. All right, so we are gonna make our meatballs now. Just got some ground beef here. Throw that in there. You know, sometimes I will use mix a blend of pork and beef. Today we're just going beef. Simple and easy. Get an egg here. Crack an egg over that guy right there. Boom. And 1 egg should do for this here. Throw a little breadcrumb in there. That looks good. We'll put a little Parmesan Romano cheese, or a lot of it. I like cheese too. We're gonna throw a little heavy whipping cream in there. Just a little bit. Oh yeah. All right, so now here's the messy part. You gotta get in there with your hands. Look at that. I wish you could smell this, because it smells amazing. The sauce smells amazing. Yeah, there it is. I'm gonna put a little bit more heavy whipping cream in there. Moisten it up a little bit. A little dry. You could use milk as well. You don't have to use heavy whipping cream. But I do. All right. I think our mix is ready to go. Now we're gonna form some meatballs. All right, I just used regular original Pam just to spray it, just so it doesn't stick. Just a little coat like that. Let's make our meatballs here. So you don't want to pack them too tight, and you know, depends how big you want them, but just roll them like that. Roll them up, put them in. You know, like I say, you don't want them too tight. I like them a little looser, and then we put them in the sauce. Oh, it's gonna taste great. Just roll them up, put them down. Like I said, the oven should already be on 375. Getting heated up here. I just heard it beep a minute ago, so oven's ready to go. Just keep rolling them up until we're full. All right, we're gonna give our sauce here a little stir. It's boiling up in there. Now it's still on about 7 heat-wise. Give it a little stir here. Ooh, it's flushing up. And we're gonna lower it down to low. Lower it down to low. A little stir up. Put the top back on. And then we're gonna go ahead and throw our meatballs in the oven. Look at that, look at that, can you see it? Look at those, they're gigantic. Put it in the oven, like I said, 375 for about 15 minutes. And while this is all going on, we can go ahead and start the water. So high heat for the water here. And see, it's about, I'm gonna do a pound of pasta, even though it's just my 2 kids eating it, and myself. But I'm gonna do a pound of rigatoni pasta. In the meantime, we'll get the pasta going, the water boiling, sauce is going, meatballs are in the oven. Now you can sit back, give it about 15 minutes on the meatballs, sit back and enjoy. All right, this is important. Always make sure you salt your water before it boils. I go with the iodine sea salt. Salt it up a little bit there. Always gotta salt your water. All right, so we got the sauce going, meatballs in the oven, water's boiling for the pasta. Give the meatballs about 15 minutes, let them cook. We'll transfer them over to the sauce after. In the meantime, enjoy a glass of wine, some whiskey, a beer. I'm gonna drink my water with lemon and cucumber in it because I'm trying to be healthy right now. But you know, let it sit, don't worry about it, relax, give it about 15 minutes, make a TikTok, do whatever you gotta do. All right, now sauce has been going for a little bit. We're gonna add a couple things. We're gonna add some of the Parmesan cheese in there. We're gonna throw some sugar in there as well. The sugar takes away the bitterness. Let's see what we got here. Do a little bit of that. Oh, almost dropped it. Let's get a little sugar in there. Now, I will say, for those who, if you're on a keto diet and you can have sauce, make sure you stir it up nice. You can use stevia. I've done it before. It was absolutely fantastic. My kids had no idea. So if you're on no sugar, low sugar, no carb, you can always use stevia. So there you go, stir it up a little bit, put the top back on. Once the meatballs are done, we're gonna put the meatballs back in. All right, so we are like 2 minutes away from taking the meatballs out of the oven, putting them in the sauce, letting them get all juicy up in that sauce. Water's almost boiling for the pasta. We'll throw the rigatoni in there. Rigatoni is my favorite, and it's my kid's favorite, so that's the choice, but you can use whatever pasta you want. And then we're only like maybe 15 minutes away from dinner time. All right, macaroni meatballs with a homemade sauce is done. It was a huge success. The kids loved it, but now I gotta clean the kitchen.